In the determination of particulate matter 10 and 2.5 in ambient air using the manual sampler, we are following the US EPA method CFR 40, Appendix J to Part 50 for PM10 and Appendix L to Part 50 of the US EPA for PM2.5. So for your PM10, we are using 47mm quartz fiber filter papers for the sampling of particulate matter. So the first step in the laboratory is to inspect and prepare the filter papers and have it preconditioned for 24 hours in the laboratory inside the desiccator prior to releasing it to the sample collector. As part of the quality control, we are also preparing a laboratory blank and a field blank for the inspectors. Before placing each filter papers inside the filter paper container, which is this one, it is mandatory that we have to first inspect the filter paper for any defects or holes, pinholes, as manufacturing defect. So if accepted, using the criteria for inspection, we can now use the filter paper for preconditioning. After preparing the filter papers, including the field blank and the laboratory blank, have it conditioned for 24 hours inside a desiccator or an auto-desiccating cabinet under controlled temperature and humidity. After 24 hours of preconditioning the filter papers, you can get these filter papers for initial weighing. For the gravimetric analysis of particulate matter, we are using microbalance placed on top of an anti-vibration table. This is to eliminate any interferences, especially movements and vibrations in the environment that will substantially affect the reading of the weights. After taking the initial weight of the filter papers, so we are now ready to release the filter paper to the sampling personnel, and then we will also give them a field blank as a means of quality control in the field, and we will leave a laboratory blank inside the laboratory for laboratory quality control purposes.
So this equipment only analyzes particulate matter 10, and the frequency of sampling is once every 6 days. So after the initial weight coming from the laboratory, we will now place the filter paper inside the PM10 analyzer. And place it back inside the analyzer. After that, we can now schedule our air mobile sampling for this day. Okay, and then close the door of the analyzer. We have 4 sampling stations for this mobile air sampler. We have in Zamboanga City Medical Center. Next is the EMB9 compound. Next is the Philippine Port Authority. And lastly is our Salaan Sanitary Landfill. After the 24-hour sampling, so we remove the filter from the analyzer. Remove the filter paper from the foil using tweezer. Then you open the cassette where will you place the filter paper.
After the 24-hour sampling time or collection of the sample collectors, the technical personnel, they will now transmit the samples to the laboratory, and then the laboratory will have it again desiccated or preconditioned or inside a desiccating cabinet, following the same controlled conditions of temperature and humidity.